everyone, my name is Liz. I'm one of your fitness instructors here at Carondelet Village. I'm going to go ahead and lead you in a Pilates workout today. So this is something that can be done with a simple playground ball or any other object that's just very lightweight and you can hold in your hands, and it can give a nice little squeeze too, because a lot of these do have repetitive squeezing motions. Alrighty, so we're going to start off with the ball on the floor here, and we're going to put one foot on top of it. Okay, so staying nice and tall through our spine, we're going to go ahead and roll it out, back under, out, back under, so out to our heel and under our toes. Good, we're gonna do, oop, I almost lost it there. That might happen. You might get a little extra exercise chasing the ball down. Just a couple more times here. Good, you should be feeling that up in the front of your thigh. And now we're gonna bring it to about center, and we're gonna roll it from one side to the other. So from the outside of our foot to the inside of our foot. Still focusing on that quad muscle. Good, a couple more times here. You might also be feeling it up by your hip. We're working a lot of the muscles that surround your hip as well. Good. Bring it in one more time and out one more time, and then just get it centered under your foot. We're going to push down a little bit harder, and we're going to do circles. So going around one way. If you're on a harder floor like I am, it might kind of sound like someone's stomach growling. I was leading a class of this earlier this week, and with about 4 or 5 of us doing this, it sounded a little bit like some thunder rumbling. It's kind of cool, kind of funny as well. Good. Might have to bring it back to the center a little bit. Tries to get away from you, or reverse the direction of your circles. So it should be hitting all sides of that foot that we just rolled it to. Good. And we're gonna take that foot off of it and put our other foot on top of the ball. We're gonna start the sequence over again here. So we'll roll it out. So that's under our heel and back, so it's under our toes. Just one moment here. I'm listening to for some background noise had an advertisement that I just wanted to get out of. Good. A couple more here. All right, place that ball back under your foot, back to the center, and we'll go side to side, so inside and outside of our foot. might be a little bit more difficult on the second side you choose, because typically people start with their dominant side, so their non-dominant side may be a little bit harder for them. I keep having to readjust where my foot is because my left side, not dominant for me. So I'm losing control of the ball a little bit easier here. Good, we'll come back to the center. Push a little bit more weight onto the ball here. And we'll go in a circle with it. When doing seated exercises, it's easy to want to lean forward and kind of slump in your chair, but make sure you're staying nice and tall, your chest stays up, proud. Good, go the other way. Ball back to center. We're going to place both feet on it here now. All right, we're going to roll it out to both heels, back under to both toes. So we're redoing the same sequence, the same 3 moves, but with both feet on the ball now. Want to run away from you, so you may find yourself constantly needing to readjust where your feet are. Good, a couple more here. Really working those quad muscles. Beautiful. Now we're going to go side with it. So this one's a little tricky. Some people, it's kind of to whatever your comfort level is. I know I've seen some people just do small side to side so that both feet stay in relatively good contact with the ball. Myself personally, I let that outside foot drop a little bit. It's just all about your comfort level, what feels right for you, how much control you want to have of the ball, and just what comes naturally. Good, couple more like this. And bring it underneath both feet. Push down, put a little bit more pressure on it. Circle one way. Direction. Try to wrangle the ball back here. Circle, so we're going to place the ball in between both of our feet here. One moment. Place the ball in between both of our feet. And staying nice and tall through the spine. Don't throw your weight into your lower back. We're gonna gently lift up our legs. So I kind of hold the ball more between my ankles, which I feel just gives me a little bit better control. You can do whatever's comfortable for you. But with our feet up, off the ground, can just be a little bit, can be a lot. We're gonna do some squeezes. So we're just gonna pulse squeeze the ball between both feet. And while we're doing that, if you want an added challenge, you can bring your arms out and just hold your legs still. Pulse your arms up and down. Good. If you can do both at once, good on you, because I can't. Good, couple more seconds here, pulsing your arms. Those. Squeeze the ball just a couple more times, nice and tight between those feet for me. Last one. And keeping your legs up, we're going to rotate the ball so it's on top of one foot. Bring it back to center, rotate it the other way. This is where you might really lose control of the ball and need to go chasing after it. You might see me go and chase after it. You need to set it down to recenter it. Please do so. Remember, while we have both those legs up, we stay nice and tall through the spine. We're letting our abs do the work of holding us up. We're not throwing any weight into our lower back. Good, couple more times here. Chair so that you're more comfortable. Chest up proud. We're going to do squeezes. So pulse squeeze it between your knees. And while we're doing that, we'll bring our arms out. We'll do some arm circles. If this is too difficult, just focus on the squeezing. Direction of your arms. I'm starting to mess myself up a little bit. Maybe my thighs are just tiring out. Good, we'll put your arms down and we're gonna squeeze the ball between our knees and hold for 3, 2, 1, release. Squeeze it nice and tight for 3, 2, 1, release. We're gonna do that one more time. We're gonna hold for 5 this time. So squeeze 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. Hold the ball in moderate for a moment between your knees. Good. Put some light pressure on it so you're giving it a little squeeze. And we're gonna lift our heels while doing that. together in front of us so that our palms are facing. Lean down, touch our elbows to the ball. Come back up, bring your arms apart. Do it again. Bring them together, lean down, come back up. Making sure we're tightening that core when we come back up, that tummy's nice and tight. We're making our abs do all the work for us here. Good, couple more. One moment here, keep going. All right, one more time, down. Squeeze those abs to come back up. Good, alrighty. Is your lower body feeling a little abused? That's okay. We're gonna take the ball in both of our hands now. And we're gonna bring it up by our chest, elbows pointing out toward the side. We're gonna squeeze the ball primarily with the palms of our hands. We don't wanna squeeze too much with our fingers. Those are very small, delicate joints. You wanna try to preserve those. So squeezing mostly with the palm of your hands. We're gonna go ahead and pulse it. Should be feeling this in your chest and your upper arms. Working your biceps doing this. Good, a little bit longer. And relax down. Next, we're gonna hold the ball straight out in front of us. Give a slight bend to your elbow. It's not good to lock them. And we're gonna pulse it out here. So with your arms extended like this, you should still feel it a little bit up in your bicep. But you're gonna really start feeling it in your forearm. Few more here, a little bit longer. You can do it. And relax. Whew. Good. Now I'm gonna have you take the ball in just one hand here. And keeping your chest nice and tall. We're gonna lean over to one side. Like we're gonna tap the ball on the ground. You might make it, you might not. And use our side muscles and our abs to come back up to seated. Bring your arm overhead, both of them, arms. Exchange the ball. Sorry, you couldn't really see that, my camera cut off there. And we're gonna lean to the other side. So we're staying facing forward, chest and head up towards me. And we're not bowing to the side at all. To try to touch that ball down, we're just going as far as our body allows us to. We're making sure to use all of those core muscles and a little bit of our glutes to help us come back up to seated. Good, a couple more times here. Last one on this side, and last one on the other. Good. Bring the ball down. Hold it out at about chest height, keeping a little bit of a bend in your elbows. And we're going to go ahead and turn to one side. Come back to center. other side. Come back to center. So we're gonna repeat this motion a few times. Making sure we try to keep the ball at the same level the whole time. Keeping our back straight, our spine up, and using more of those core muscles to turn us side to side. Couple more times here. One more twist. Come back to center, good. Come up towards the edge of your seat if you're not already there. Widen the space between your knees. And slowly and gently at your own pace, we're gonna reach down towards the floor with the ball. Tap it if you're able to. And come back up. Bring it up towards the ceiling. Or to wherever is comfortable, and then bring it back down. This is why I say nice and slow and controlled. Go at your own pace. If at any point you feel lightheaded or dizzy, please stop the movement, catch your breath, center yourself. Make sure you're breathing through all these moves. Sometimes when we're exercising, we forget the importance of making sure we're breathing, and we try to just hold our breath during it. Keep going here. Couple more. Last one, up, and bring it back down. Good, sit up nice and tall. We're gonna stay near the edge of our seat. We're gonna put the ball behind our back to force us to do so. Alrighty. And we're gonna lean back a little bit, not letting our shoulders touch the back of the chair. Make your hands into soft fists and bring your knuckles together in front of your chest. And we're gonna dip down one elbow and come back up, and then dip the other down. So, really working our core here. To keep us not only suspended so our shoulders don't touch our chair, but also to move from side to side while keeping our chest still nice and tall. Your spine can still stay straight, even in this position. Your head should be up towards me, looking forward. Shouldn't be dipping down. Look down at any point. Especially when we do these kind of movements, make sure you are breathing. Couple more times here. Last side. Good. Alrighty. Keeping that ball behind your back. We're going to bring our arms out in front. Lean forward at our hips like we're reaching for something. Lean back. Again, not letting your shoulders touch the chair. If they do, they just lightly tap it. And you come back up. In my case, the ball's preventing me from being able to touch the back of the chair, but your abs should be engaging, your core doing all the work. Shouldn't be rounding that back at all. Should still have a straight back. And just bending at those hips and keeping your head up tall. more here. We've really abused our core this round. That's good though. Last one. Reach it forward and sit up straight. I'm going to take that ball, a couple more arm movements for you here before we do a little bit of some cool down stretching. So we're going to put the ball kind of at right under our armpit, so it's between our side and our elbow. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and squeeze it into our side. So your arm might rotate just slightly. We're going to squeeze that into our side. If you're sitting in a chair that has arms on it, it might be a little bit difficult, but it's still doable. Good, a couple more here. Last one, really squeeze it tight. Good. Alrighty. So for this next move, again, we're going to take the ball in one hand and we're going to bring it up and tap our shoulder like a bicep curl. Push it out, away from us, bring it back, and push it down. So, just a continuous movement. Just pushing it up and away, tapping your shoulder, down and away, tapping your shoulder. Side. Make sure that elbow's right up on it and squeeze. I feel like this is another exercise where it's hard to remember to breathe. We want to hold our breath during it. Make sure you're getting air into those lungs. Squeeze here, really tight. Good, take it in your hand, tap your shoulder, push it up and away. Tap your shoulder again, and down and away. Pilates is great because it's a lot of repetitive movements that work those small muscles that we don't typically work during a strength, balance, or a yoga class. Excuse me. So you'll be sore tomorrow, and it may not be where you expect or where you're regularly sore, but you will be feeling it. Keep going, do a couple more here. Good, last one. All right, and you can just set your ball down behind your back, throw it across the room, whatever. We're gonna do some stretching here to cool us down. So, we'll drop our ear down to our shoulder and stretch out our necks. Didn't do any work with them, but this just always feels nice. Up to center, drop down to the other side. Come back up, take staying tall. Just because the exercise over doesn't mean our posture can slip. Good, release that first arm, cross your other arm across your body. Excuse me, I have a little frog in my throat right now. You can use that secondary arm to give it a little push away. And bring that down. Interlace your fingers and push them out in front of you, rounding out that back. Good, and release, open your arms wide, puffing out that chest. And come back to center. We're gonna plant one heel down and reach down for those toes. Make sure your toes are pointed up towards you as you reach for them. And with that same foot, we're gonna come back up, and with that same foot, we'll do some ankle circles. And the opposite direction. Bring that back, tuck it underneath. Plant out the other heel, toes pointed up toward you, reach down, stretch out that leg. And slowly bring yourself back up. Pick up that foot a little bit and circle your ankle. Good, go the other direction with it. And plant that foot down behind you. And good job, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you check out some of our other wonderful videos on the channel, and that maybe we'll see you in person soon in classes. Thank you.